Alright, what's up everybody? This is Zacharias. We are back again with more of Avadon 2 The Corruption. So let's proceed. We are actually back in the Blackwood right now because we have a quest for Dedrik here. So let's go ahead and then see what he wants. It's going to be, closest way is going to be on the right side, right entrance, and over to the stone circle. So that did come into play later, clearly. There is a stone circle in the clearing ahead, not a copy of the stone code built by the Kaba. It is a Wild Realm circle. Such circles are used for astronomical measurements and meetings of political import. Such a meeting is about to take place. Several Wild Realm warriors are waiting here for you. Dedrik is beside himself with excitement. My sister. I have not seen her in so long. They are solemn as you approach, but happily their weapons stay at their sides. When you get close to the circle, several people step out of hiding. They are Wild Realm folk, and, not for the first time, you are amazed at how well they had concealed themselves. There are 6 of them, all armed. 2 are women, 4 are men, and one of the men is a shaman of high rank. Your hand reflexively inches towards your weapon, but Dedrik stops you. You turn to look at him and see a tear running down his cheek. It is alright, Malik. They are my people. This is not an ambush? A single tear runs over the tattoo marking his banishment. He wipes away. Of course not. If it was, I doubt they would bring my sister. Who are they? One man is Geir, my father. One of the women is Vela, my sister. And the shaman, he shakes his head. He is Tibold, and he is no friend of mine. Tell me about your family. They are my family. There is no bad blood. I have missed them terribly. Tell me about Tibold. When the time came to choose what would happen to me, he spoke neither for or against me. However, when the vote happened, he sided with my foes, those who wanted to oppose Pact. There is some time to talk before we see what they want. Dedrik replies, of course, matters of state can wait for 5 minutes while I greet my family properly. He steps forward, arms out wide, then he and his family run to greet each other. Father, sister, my son. Dedrik greets his father and sister in a warm embrace. Meanwhile, you face off against Tibold. You stare at each other. At first, it is tense. Then it is just awkward. You have come far. Are they feeding you well? Too well, I think. Dedrik continues to talk to his family. Tibold clears his throat. They ignore him. Your feet start to hurt. You clear your throat. They ignore you. Tell me the news. Your dog had puppies. We examined the back. Oh, that was a lot of dialogue in a moment. At last, Dedrik remembers that you are there. With great regret, he parts from his family and walks over to join you. Tibold says in a slow, deep voice, at last, our parley can begin. Dedrik, you look well. I am glad you have found a worthy path outside our lands. Dedrik replies, yes, I did. I had no choice. You voted to banish me, after all. True. Tibold, why did you banish Dedrik for supporting the Pact? I had no choice. The matter was already lost. It was not a time to squander my influence. I waited until I could actually help Dedrik. That time is now. You would help Dedrik. Tibold sighs and nods. Now that I can. The shamans of our tribe were overwhelmingly against the Pact. When the rebellion began, they wanted to join it. The rest of us, being sane, refused. Most of them left. Things have changed. The leaders of our tribe will now consider changing Dedrik's status. Isn't banishment permanent? It has long been so, but these are chaotic times. Our storytellers say that in ages past, those banished have been allowed to return in special circumstances. Dedrik says, yes, of course, and my influence as the Hand of Avadon has nothing to do with it. And if Dedrik doesn't want to return, that is his choice. I suspect Dedrik will want to have a say in the issue. Dedrik looks at his father and sister, then back to Tibold. You know what I will choose. That is why I'm here. What do you want? Dedrik takes a step back, letting you negotiate for now. Tibold says, we did you an injustice, Dedrik. We marked you We marked you. We would right this wrong as much as we can. But I first need a deed to show the tribe it is right. Thibault says, a band of Keva mercenaries has infiltrated the contested lands. They must be driven out. You want us to hunt Keva mercenaries? Yes, I will not lie. This is a delicate matter. These are no Farlanders, but citizens of the Pact. However, they are entering lands that are, by right, ours. This is disrupting the balance. It will harm the peace. If the Pact is to stay at peace, they cannot be allowed to take advantage of the chaos. They must go. Kalita frowns. To slay Keva warriors? A hard thing, very dangerous, even if they would disrupt the peace. Why don't you kill them yourselves? Because it would lead a war between the Keva and the Wild Realm. Only someone above the fray, like a Hand of Avadon, can safely act. How do you think Redbeard would respond to my aiding you? If blood is spilled, I think he would be very, very angry. I would suggest not telling him. I don't know if it's that simple as you think, honestly, but whatever. Have you complained about this to Hanvar's council? Of course. They will not act. The Keva on the council claim that a small band of mercenaries is of no concern, and the rest of the council is happy to just be lazy. Only a Hand of Avadon has the authority to help. I only have to drive them out. Yes, if they allow it. I do not think they will. I think only bloodshed will drive them out. And in return? In return, Dedrik can return home. Only for short visits, alas. That is all I could get for now, but I think it will be pleasing. Dedrik nods. What about the mark on his face? It is no mere tattoo. It can't be removed, and it will be with him until the grave. And if some shamans are to be believed, beyond. That isn't enough. Thibault is not used to your lack of subservience. He snorts. This is no negotiation. It took months of squabbling and delicate negotiation to get this far. I will not hunt pack soldiers. Dedrik turns to you. Malik, these mercenaries are moving into our lands. If they remain, more will follow. I swear to you, I will be your loyal helper. Whatever you ask of me, I will do it. Let me fight for my people. Let me return to my tribe. There is no other way for Dedrik to return home. Thibault shakes his head. It was a miracle I could get this offer. If it is rejected, there will not be another. Dedrik is banished for life. Gyre and Vela wince when they hear this. Okay. You know, I really hate to go against Avadon in this instance. But it would suck for Dedrik to miss out on his family for good because of it, especially if he's getting an offer like that. Even though there's that one guy in Avadon, Dumont, who will likely never see his family again, and he accepts that, Dedrik is at least getting an opportunity for it. This does go against what Avadon would want, but at the same time, when we first met those mercenaries, they were not friendly to us anyway. They just want to be left alone, which I do respect, honestly, but at the same time, I just hate how characters in this game do want to take advantage of the Pact Avadon whenever they can. I really just want to smack Thibault upside his head, though, for giving me this offer, but alright, just this once, because I do want Dedrik to be on my side here. We will do it. Dedrik is relieved. Thibault nods. The mercenaries are in the Keva Riverlands, south of Rockridge Keep. I believe you have been there. You have. When they are gone, return here. I will meet with you. I wish you good hunting. The group walks out of the circle. Gyre and Vela give their son and brother one final embrace. Then they are gone. You are alone in the circle. Dedrik says, I do not know how to react. Hope. I have not felt it in so long. Home. I may have a true home once again. Thank you for standing with me. I'm still not the biggest fan of doing something like this and having Avadon's power being taken advantage of, but let's do it. You know, screw it. Let's just do it. An odd noise makes you stop walking. It takes a moment to identify it. Dedrik is whistling. He gives you an embarrassed smile. Sorry, he walks on silently, but the smile is still on his face. I mean, we could have had the choice of just rejecting his offer, even if, Dedrik would want this and likely would hold it against us if we rejected, but at the same time, I do want to look after my companions more. And also make up for not helping out people like Stevelin in the first game, whose offer I did reject along with Shima. Although Shima's, I think, was more severe even than this one. Because the difference... Shima's mission in the first Avadon, it was really just... those were actually people that were loyal to Avadon and actually helped Avadon, so I felt more uncomfortable in that instance, as opposed to this one where these may be citizens of the pact, but they are still not really friends of Avadon either. Alric is still guarding the gate. Once again, I must ask you to retreat. Monitor Nima has told us to slay all trespassers. We will not hesitate. As he waits for your response, he notices Dedrik. He is not happy to find a wild realm shaman at his gates. I am going to pass. Step aside. Your words only succeed in alarming the defenders. They raise their weapons, ready to fight at any moment. Halric says, "No, we will not withdraw. We are people of the Keva. We have every right in the world to be here. It is our land, and we have every right to deal with trespassers. We would rather die than surrender these rights. I'm coming in." You step through the gate, and it turns out the Keva warriors were not bluffing. They attack. Is this the same Halric in the first game? I thought I helped somebody in the first game that also had Halric as a name too. Well, I don't know if this was the best idea, because they're pretty strong. Oh, he dead. As you walk down the path, Dedrik stops. He looks down at his staff. You can see that his hands are trembling slightly. Just don't think about it. Let's get it over with. Dedrik nods and takes a moment to get himself under control. Then he's walking by your side as if nothing had happened. It's as if nothing had happened. come on, put my camera back over here. An augmented rat, okay. Okay, so they all have a decent amount of hit points, but they're definitely not super overwhelming. If we attacked them before, then yeah, there's no way we would have won, because they are quite strong. So you definitely want to wait until this point of the game with Dedrik's mission if you decide you want to take this on. In order to actually beat this place, because there's no way otherwise. Oh snap. Dang, I wonder how, okay, so let's, level those two up. I do wonder how Kalita would feels about us doing this, but apart from one instance in dialogue, she hasn't really said anything yet. As you approach the front door of the cave of stockade, Kalita stops moving. You are used to these brief fugues while you travel. It's not surprising that she reacts this way now, when you are killing her fellow cave of warriors. After a moment, she returns to herself. She notices you watching her and blushes slightly. Apologies, Malik. I was trying to remember. Yes? I recall so little of my life before Avadon. When I was truly of the Kava, fighting them now, I wish I felt it more. I should feel worse than I do. But you do it to help Dedrik. Dedrik is a hand. Avadon my clan, my people. No matter how badly they treat me, they are all I have. I fight for my fellow hands and for the peace of the pack. And so, these troublemakers from the Kava, she shakes her head. Let's get this ugly business done. Oh great, we got quite the fight coming up here. Even more baddies. Bummer that he's still dazed, but I think we can manage. Oh no, let's use this. Radiate fire. Oh dang, that reflection actually gave him a beat down on there. Okay, so they are tough, but not so tough that I can't win. So it's good that we are doing this now, rather than try to kill them all earlier. Because we would be overwhelmed in that fight. So I don't even know if that's possible if they have that many hit points and stuff like that. So yeah, just wait until you start, Dedrik lets you know about this mission, and then go from there. And you also do have the choice of rejecting it if you wish. I just wish it was a better way for Dedrik to get an offer, though. But I am doing this as a favor to him. So I hope it does work out. The only thing I'm worried about is what Avadon will think, but because I do prefer to remain loyal otherwise. So hopefully this doesn't result in anything too severe. The leader of this band of cable warriors is standing at the end of this long hall. She wears a chainmail jerkin and is aiming an arrow at you. When she sees you more closely, she looks shocked. She was expecting Wild Realm raiders and rebels. Instead, she sees hands of Avadon. For a moment, the tip of her arrow wavers. Avadon, you are the ones come to slay us? But we are of the pact. Do you know who you are slaying? I am Monitor Nima. What are you doing here? You are a dangerous presence in these lands. A dangerous presence? That is all? We have done nothing. We only wait here in case of war. She shakes her head. It does not matter. The madness of Avadon has no reason. You are making a mistake, murderer. We have powerful friends here. Nobody will live to say what we did. Perhaps, but do you really think your hidden masters will stay quiet? Word of what you did today will get out, and I will be avenged. But this can be avoided. You can let me and the remainder of my warriors go. This is your last chance to correct your mistake. You need to leave the contested lands entirely. We will not do this. We accepted payment. We made a pledge. We will not surrender our honor as a mercenary house. Full surrender is impossible. Blood has been shed. It is far too late now. Monitor Nima nods sadly. Yes, blood shed. My friends and loyal warriors, slain. You are right. It is far too late. She raises her bow. But then Dedrik steps forward. He has finally made his decision. Die, invader. These lands belong to the Wild Realm. He raises the staff and points it at the cave of warriors, and the battle is joined. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that one that early. I meant to do the challenge instead. Alright, actually, let's summon this. You hear shouting from below you. A patrol of cable warriors has returned to the stockade and is reacting to the carnage in a predictable way. You soon hear some of them running upstairs. Oh yeah, we can sell these since we don't. I want to use this one, but I kind of also want to wait till let you get closer for it first. The more battered Monoranima gets, the faster she starts to move. It must be some peculiar cave of battle magic. It grows very difficult to track her with your weapons. She is moving around so fast. Did she really just teleport there? Okay, whatever. Ooh, let's do this again since it's dropped. You interrupt Monorima's irritating jumping around with one final blow. She collapses to the ground, mortally wounded. She says nothing as she dies. She only looks up at you with pure loathing. When she is finally gone, Dedrik kneels and closes her eyes. This is my war, but I did not choose it. I did not want this. I am sorry. He looks at you. I am ready to go. Back to my people. To get a reward I am no longer sure I want. Oh. We still have the first kill off the Cable Warrior here. You know, it would be easier for Dedrik if they just went peacefully. But that clearly was not gonna ever happen. Hey, come on, I don't want to loot this place. Enough of these enemies already. Already killed the leader. I wonder if we can tell off Thibaut for having to do this. But I did it as a favor for Dedrik, so that's what matters to me, is like making companions happy. Because if you watch my playthrough of the first Avadon, there are 2 companions whose quest I rejected entirely, and I made it clear why. The only one I regretted not doing, though, was Sevelin's, was because, yeah, I could have done it, but at the same time, I was getting pretty frustrated on that part, so that was more of my bad rather than what I would do for real. But this one, I am going to do a better job of looking after companions as much as I can. Best of the Shaman. Ooh. At least Dedrik gets this out of it. You know, we are getting closer to that point, too, where we probably could just go ahead and sell our potions. It would save me inventory space. Battle Runestone, One of Calling. I don't care for that anymore. Pack Papers. Oh man, this would just have gone easier, though, if Modern Ema just agree to be driven out. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and sell our potions since we are getting up there. I'll keep the crystal for now, but this other stuff I'm fine with just like selling now. And we save a bit more inventory space by doing that. I think there was somebody else who also had a... who also had potions, so I'll take it off their hands when we get back. I do want to keep the speed burst scroll for extra. I mean, you might as well loot them up, right? Since we went ahead and did this. Ooh, coins. Well, rip to this cave outpost. I reluctantly took this on, even though I had the option to not. But who knows if they would have stayed loyal anyway, to the fact. So yeah, that was actually pretty sad, really, because. But then again, we did try to talk her out of it. And is it really a guarantee that Dedrik will get these visits? I mean, he is still serving at Avadon after all. You return to the circle. Tybalt is waiting for you. Well, Hand, you are here. Do you have good news for me? I want to speak with you. Now is not the time. I'm here with one purpose. Can I carry news of your success back to the tribes? The mercenaries are dead. You tell Tybalt the tale. He turns to Dedrik. This is all true? You swear it? Dedrik nods. Then the Keva knows. We do not tolerate thieves in our ancestral lands, smuggling blades and building forts. I will take news back to the Wild Realm. Dedrik, do not return yet. I need a little time. Time for what? To spread the news of Dedrik's special situation. To arrange a route where he can travel so that his mark does not cause him to be killed on sight. Dedrik says, I understand. I will wait for word. Tybalt, I thank you. You committed an injustice against me. You have done much to erase it. Yes, Dedrik, but this is not the end. It is the beginning. What do you mean? Dark times are ahead. Our tribe needs all the warriors and influence it can gather, if we are to be safe. In a way, I have done Dedrik no favors. He was banished for doing for our tribe what is right. Now he has been pulled back into the fray. Dedrik says, I am willing. Tybalt nods. I know you are, young one. You will hear from me soon. There is much to do. With a final nod, Tybalt leaves the circle. Dedrik takes a deep breath, lets it out, smiles. Yes, hope. Again, Malik, I thank you. I am true to my oath. You have my total loyalty. Now let us return to the work of Avadon. I really wish I could have just smacked Tybalt, though. Really? I mean, that was really the only option. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna linger further on that. All right, we'll boost that. And we'll boost these. All right, let's do that. This and this. Okay. I keep forgetting that I can just I have to go down in order to get to the blacksmith. Oh, I forgot I can buy more rune stones. He doesn't have any more scarabs. Arms and armor. He doesn't really have anything we will need. Well, I'll take the rune stones. Boost Kalita's strength even more. How much strength does he have now? Encumbered at 138 pounds. Oh, yeah, there's no way we're gonna ever get armor that weighs that much. That's gonna weigh that much to get to that point, but whatever. All right, let's talk to Hart Callan, which I'm nervous about here. I would like to give you some information. I want to talk to you about Dedrik. Good. I know that his old tribe contacted him, but I don't know why. Can you enlighten me? Honesty is the best policy, and I'm not even sure if... will lying actually come into consequence later? Because I feel like if I lie, then they're just going to end up finding out anyway, and then my character experiences punishment. I feel like we should just go ahead and tell her. Yeah, let's do it. They asked him to kill some Kava mercenaries, and he did. Oh, no. Please tell me you weren't responsible for that massacre. The Kava are furious. The Wild Room are saying the council sides with them. None of them know that Avadon is directly responsible, but if they find out... She shakes her head. Since you told me what happened, Malik, you will be spared punishment. However, be assured that we are not done responding to this incident. She gives you a large pouch of coins as a reward for the information. I don't have anything to say. That's all I need to know. Okay, so... we won't face retribution, so I can perfectly understand if she would have rather have given us some. Anyway, let's talk to Dedrik, see if he has anything new for us. Dedrik is still practicing in the training hall, but he seems distracted. His recent ordeal has left him oddly listless. You join him for conversation on one of the benches surrounding the hall. He stares out at the training floor, not caring for the moment who sees the statue. So it is done, he says. The matter is settled, Malik, thanks to you. And now what will you do? I will go home as soon as I can. Not for long, of course. I am a hand for life. When I have a few days of leave, I will see my family, my friends, those to whom I am very, very close. This will be a gift you gave me, and I will not forget. Do you fear the consequences of what we did? No, if what we did is found out, I will face my punishment bravely and without shame. I can only hope, before it happens, I can spend a day feeling my home soil under my bare feet. I hope that day comes soon. Now, what did you want, Malik? Okay, pretty much same dialogue otherwise. We did get a good chunk of coins from Park Callan for being honest, so I hope honesty, being honest, prevails more over just, like, you know, flat out lying. I feel like I should just be honest with Hard Callan, because I feel like that's going to bite me later, maybe. I don't know. Alright. I'm taking Kalita, of course, since she's a good blade master. And for this mission, I've played with all three of them except for Yoshiria, so let me go ahead and bring her along for this. Alright, I haven't really traveled with Yoshiria yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Actually, wait. Actually, no, I have extra potions, so I can just give Yoshiria the extra ones I have. So let's give one to her. We will have to get more, but that will come eventually. All right, whatever. All right, with that in mind, that's going to do it for this part. We had quite the adventure, you know, helping out Dedrik, you know, begrudgingly, but, you know, still doing him a huge favor. And hopefully it does work out for him and for us at the same time, because that was very risky. But in the next part, we will continue our main mission on in the Taiwan Empire lair, as well as other things. So, but that will be covered in the next part, and so I'll see you all until then.